So for those of you who think every single phone call that I have goes unbelievably well, here's living proof that that isn't the case. So in this video, you're going to hear me have a tough conversation with a seller who's really just not interested in selling at the end of the day, and that is what it is. But what you don't hear in this video and what happened afterwards is that not only she hung up, and then I got on the phone with somebody who's looking to sell a 54-unit apartment building for a fantastic price, and I'm very, very excited to get a deal done. It's all about the numbers, baby. It's not about every single one of being a yes. It's just about doing what works over time. You're going to get a great result. So check out the video. Hi, Amy. My name's Henry with Ace Acquisitions. I'm partnered with Mark. I guess you were speaking with him yesterday about the property on Mount Herman.
Oh, okay.
How you doing?
So, all right.
Wonderful. Just wanted to follow up. So I am actually the principal buyer. Mark was calling on my behalf. So I just wanted to give you a call directly. I don't know. Do you have 2 minutes for me?
Okay.
Okay, great. So this property, I know it said, at least from what Mark was telling me, you had some interest in possibly whether it was hearing an offer, selling the property. I am not an agent, by the way, and I'm not looking for a listing.
Yeah, that's why I'm not in rush. So my children say I should try to sell it myself.
No, understood.
I don't want to bother, but now the children are big, moving away, so I want to sell it.
And again, listen, you're speaking to a buyer, right? I'm not looking to list the property.
I don't want to break the commission in between you and me, but I don't want to sell it.
No, I'm saying there's no commission.
I have an offer, I reject it.
What crazy number did they offer you that you rejected?
They're not crazy, just $70,000 not even from my asking. But I still feel too low because now, if you're looking 3,500 square foot in Ocean Grove is such a nice neighborhood, and with Esther Park nightlife, people love to live in Ocean Grove and hang out in Esther Park. Even myself, I like it too.
Of course.
Because my children now living in different areas, seldom come. That's why I'm thinking to sell it. Otherwise, I won't sell it.
You have it listed here for $995?
Yeah, so I'm looking for that number, or we just discount for the commission.
So what's interesting is that you had it listed previously, correct?
Yeah. He could put me the offer, very close to what I asked.
Gotcha. But
but I calculate the selling cost and this and that, so it cost me $70,000. So that's why I asked.
Yeah, because I was gonna say it's still listed for sale, right?
No, it's not listed.
I'm just saying it's on Zillow right now, showing that it's for sale.
Yeah.
Yes.
No, the contract ending. I give them 6 months.
Got it.
They bought me an offer in late July, but back and forth, wasting my time.
I understand.
So
I got you. So then.
Yeah, because I'm not there most time, I don't want them to just come in my apartment or bother the people live there. In the summer, people pay a lot of money.
Yeah, of course.
8,800. You can't go in people's apartment all the time.
I understand.
So that's why I reject it. I say, gee, enough. You from July to August.
Yeah.
I don't want them to bother. They paying so much money to me, so
yeah, of course.
I don't want to bother people.
Because so just to clarify, the property is during the winter time right now is vacant.
Yeah. Oh, not vacant. I go down once a while. I have my son and 2 single guys up to stay there. They pay me $2,100. Yeah, my son and 2 friends.
Gotcha.
So I'm down there now, and summer I occupy apartment 2. Apartment 3 is beautiful, renovated.
Okay.
And now I'm looking for good winter rental, but I'm not worried because of my daughter living in Europe now. Sometime come back. So I'm very picky. Each time I pick people, I check the credit and do this. I'm picky. No smoking, no pet. And you come in my building like a 1 and a half because only 2-3 people live there.
Understood.
And the apartment 1 have a couple now. They pay me all up front, but they all individual heating. So all new boiler, I put it in last 5 years for all new boiler. So all separate. So once I was thinking to convert to condo, but I don't have any. So right now we live in Maryland, so that's why
I understand.
I want to sell. Because my husband's job relocated.
Where you got? Sorry, just to clarify, you got relocated to Maryland.
Yeah.
So then,
That's nice.
between you and I, right? It just sounds like from what you're telling me that this selling this property might be ideal during this time period, considering you're out of state,
Yeah.
and your family's moving away, right? Like your kids are moving away.
Yeah, we keep as primary original. We want to retire over there.
Yeah.
That's beautiful to retire over there.
Of course.
So
I agree.
that's why. Yeah,
Okay.
we can sell. We don't have to be crazy get rid of it because my husband may be going back.
Yeah.
Sometimes the job you never know how long it lasts, right?
Yeah, of course.
So besides, we are near that we can retire anyway.
Yeah, of course.
We
I
are
mean,
a
listen,
young
like
person, yeah.
as a buyer, right? As a buyer, and just from what you're saying to me now over the phone, it really does sound like having the property listed on the market would probably be the most ideal for you because you're looking for you're looking for a retail buyer. You're looking for somebody who's going to pay you top dollar and possibly even live there in one of the units so that they can get a great loan on it. So,
Yeah, great loan and beautiful family.
exactly, I agree.
And one of the apartment very big, like you can make it like a penthouse because the attic is very high.
That's awesome. That's
The
awesome.
attic is very high, and if I really retire there, I would upstairs like a 5-bedroom because the whole floor, down second floor become a 2-bedroom. Each bedroom is pretty big living room. That's why I take one of the one bedroom apartment.
Yeah, understood.
So it's 1.5 bath.
I understand.
2 apartment and 1.5 bath.
No, that's awesome. So then between you and I mean, now like I think we're on the same page here. I saw that you had it on the market for 6 months with a previous agent. I think that if you had the right agent and we priced it the right way, and again, I'm not saying me, I'm saying somebody that I could refer you as a top agent in that neighborhood, would you prefer me to do so?
Well, what are you talking? You want to buy it?
I mean, listen, I'm saying like based on what you've told me.
I'm going to lease with this 2%.
Well, hold on. Before you do anything like that.
2%.
Before you do anything like that, hold on. Before you do anything like that, again, I'm not a realtor and I'm not here to list your house. I'm a buyer. What I am saying to you is that based on what you've told me and all the criteria that you've given me, it probably wouldn't be ideal for me and my portfolio. So what I'm saying to you is that for you, and I'm just talking to you like another human being because I want you to get the most money for your property, because that sounds like your goal is to get the most money for your property. I would recommend listing the property for sale with a top realtor who knows what they're doing. Because in a market like this, like if you were trying to sell this house a year ago or 2 years ago, when interest rates were 2% or 3%, you could have sold this property by yourself, no questions asked, whether you listed it for sell by owner or listed it with a 2% broker fee or whatever. But in this market, when interest rates are 8% and inflation is higher than that, I would not recommend.
You know what? Since I already pay all, I consider if people pay 40% down, I consider take mortgage.
Understood. And don't get me wrong, I'll ask around for you, but
I don't mind because I don't mind to take 6%.
no, I get it. So again, between you and I, listen, I just want what's in your best interest. So I would recommend that you speak with a top agent locally, which I can connect you with, a good friend of mine.
Who's the top agent? I try them.
I've never heard of this Alfredo I've never heard of this person ever in my life. Let me connect you with a guy named Henry. He's a local agent in the town.
What is the top? Where you work?
Everything's local, so they specialize in multifamily property.
I don't. You know what? I sell this. I want to do like kind of change.
No, I agree.
Be a relief. Okay, so I look around. I cannot get anything I could replace for free market in good area, multifamily.
Yeah.
Even in a bad area, sell more than that. No, nothing under $1 million.
I understand.
I look at it, so I don't care to sell. No.
No, listen. I hear you, and just know that the market has changed so much in 30 days, let alone 90 days.
I know, because of the interest rate. So I
Exactly.
react to interest rate lower. I don't care.
No, I agree, but here's the thing, right? I'm not telling you to change anything and or lower your expectation on your sales price. I'm not trying to say that.
No, do it is. I'm off market. I don't know who's to put it there. I afraid those 6 months. He did bring me the buyer, the contract this side. And the buyer suddenly saw the interest go up. He want me to reduce.
Why'd you list the property in the first place?
Because I want to sell.
Okay, so then
I do.
if you
I see everybody. And most important, my 2 old friends, they sold the house, but they're one-family house anyway.
Understood.
So when I go down, I don't see friends that I know for 17 years.
Yeah.
So I say, gee, and then they say, oh, the market good, why don't you sell it, right? I say, my market is different from your market. I own 4 families. Just because my children, I want to be privacy. So
Yeah.
I put each children one apartment. So they're friends, they don't bother me. I just keep my one bed.
Smart.
One bedroom.
I own several 4 families.
I
So.
enjoy it.
I own
keep it for 17 years.
I get it. Listen, I own several 4-family properties. I specialize in helping people sell multi-family properties because it's a very different sale than it is a single family.
You know what? When I go to see, because I'm originally from New York, I really want to go back to New York when we retire. You know why?
Yeah.
Because I like the New York City Chinese food, so much variety. The small town would not fit me. When I retire, I will go back to Manhattan, probably.
I love that.
That's why I'm looking at Jersey City or close by New York City.
Great.
Town. I can go there within half hour. Not like now. From Maryland, 3 hours. From Ocean Grove, 2 hours. I really plan to do that. So I look around Jersey City.
And did you know?
Downtown, crazy. I don't want a bad neighborhood.
No, I understood. But did you know?
So I could not replace. If I sold this one, I cannot replace anywhere. I can get some income cover me, and then I can enjoy my retirement.
Well, hold on before you say
I don't
that.
care to sell it like that.
I understand. So did you know of something called a 1031 exchange? Did you know what?
Yeah, I know.
Okay.
Yeah, I
So
know. I did it once or twice already. I know very well.
Okay, great. So then what I would recommend, because again, it sounds like you're actually in that position, that if you were to sell your property in Ocean Grove, do you have a mortgage on that property?
No, I don't have mortgage.
Okay, great. So as an example, I'm going to give you a quick example. If hypothetically you only sold the 4-family in Ocean Grove for $800,000, super low. I'm not saying to do this, but I'm saying as an example. You took that $800,000, or even call it $750,000 after all expenses, the $750,000, and you found another property to move that into, like you said another rental property in Jersey City, or
no, I could not find it. I want to get a 4-family house. Sadly, I can occupy 2 apartments. One for me, one for children come back, and right now the two subsidized.
Understood. So I'm saying I can find you.
I cannot find anything.
So again, I specialize.
Under $1.5 million.
It wouldn't be under $1.5 million.
I don't sell.
Don't get me wrong, because you're looking in.
You find me one. You're a realtor. You find me one.
I can find you one, no problem. What I'm saying to you is that, don't get me wrong though, I can almost assure you that it will be more expensive than $1.5 million if you want to be that close to Manhattan. However,
I know.
I can make sure.
But Jersey City used to be cheaper than Ocean Grove.
I know. It's kind of funny how crazy it is. But okay, so why don't we do this?
No. Some place still bad, still no good, still cheap. But I don't want to be there.
Yeah, I know you don't. I agree. So what I would recommend is the following. Okay. Why don't we do this? I'm going to recommend that we do 2 things at the same exact time.
Yeah.
I'm going to start working to find you a fantastic opportunity near Manhattan like we just talked about. Okay, a 4-family property that you can move your money into.
Even 2 families, okay. You're bigger. I don't care.
Okay, that's fine.
I could afford keep it or rent out one.
Yeah.
Big apartment. The children now they.
And again, if I find something between $1.5 and $2 million or so, is that okay?
So this much, how can I pay for it? I don't want to get any mortgage anymore because we are near retirement age.
No, but again, you're gonna have a mortgage if you pay that much money. But the difference is, you're going to, like, again, you said that you want to retire near that location, and if you have the right property, which I can find for you, the 2 apartments that are rented can cover a large majority of whatever your payment is. So you basically and essentially are buying a more expensive property for free.
Oh no! I don't want to get mortgage anymore.
You're not going to find a cheaper property, I mean, don't get me wrong. If you're okay with finding a 2-family, then we could probably look at it.
No, they actually for enjoyment. Ocean Grove better than Jersey City. Jersey is lousy. Not like Manhattan. Manhattan is different.
Yeah, I mean, but at least, because listen, if you try to buy a 2-family in Manhattan, you're going to spend $1 gajillion.
I know.
Yeah.
Manhattan only buy a condo.
Exactly. So again, in a perfect world, if and when you do sell your Ocean Grove property, what would you do with the money?
I open maybe I sell and go buy a condo only for ourselves, a 2 bedroom or 1
Okay.
bedroom.
No, understood. So then again, in this market, I'm telling you that if you don't take advantage of a price in this market, we don't know where the economy is going, but I can tell you it's not exactly going north.
I understand everybody say the same thing, right? Everybody say the same thing. So that's why a lot of people sold it during pandemic very cheap.
I don't think they sold cheap. I
Now
think
sorry.
I think people sold their properties for great prices.
No, I just want to know. I'm not going to sell it when everything is inflated. The money is worth much less.
So what happens? What happens if?
I still keep it off market. If you buy, if you find me a buyer, we talk. Okay,
Well,
that's it.
no, I understand.
I have to go. I'm busy. Bye.